Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today we are talking about game number 1 between the Vancouver Canucks and the Edmonton Oilers, where the Oilers screw up their 3-0 lead and they bow down in the third period to the Vancouver Canucks, who take the series 1-0, winning the game 5-4, and this was a bad game for the Oilers because it all started off looking very good. The Oilers were really running the gambit, running circles in the offensive zone, doing their thing, showing off their skill, showing off the defensive play, showing off, and it was just like the types of goals they were scoring, right? The first goal that Hyman scored on the power play was just a great setup. He's just standing in his spot by the crease, just standing there ready for a pass, cross ice from Draisaitl, or was it Nugent Hopkins? I can't remember now. But he just gets the nice pass across the ice, gets it right on his stick, booms just right in the back of the net. Easy goal for him. Then the Ekholm goal, just at the top of the blue line, just boom. I mean, it was just a beautiful shot, just a great slap shot from the blue line. Then Cody Cece's goal, and then Hyman's goal. I think at this point, they had scored a goal at some point. I think so. Somewhere before the Zach Hyman goal, right? Okay, but the Edmonton Oilers, they were on a roll, and the Vancouver Canucks were just doing so poor. And especially with that Hyman goal, I was like, oh my god, like they got to get Shilovs out of the net. Like, it is just not his night. That Zach Hyman goal, the second one, was just I know there's a big thing going on with how people are like, oh, Zach Hyman has 9 goals in 6 playoff games or 7 playoff games, and the Toronto Maple Leafs had 12 in 7, which is a pretty crazy stat. But he was also scoring goals like this one against Shilovs that he should have had. Shilovs had a bad first opening period. It was not good for them, right? But then once the Vancouver Canucks got things underway with the Joshua goal and Lindholm, they're getting goals on the board, right? And even this Cody Cece goal, right? They're just kind of lucky, just oh, well, it happened. I'm not Cody Cece. What the hell am I talking about? The Lindholm goal, where he's just trying to send it to the front of the net and it goes off of Skinner's stick. It goes into the back of the net. The Vancouver Canucks, they were getting lucky, right? That goal was complete. I don't want to say complete luck, but they are pressing. But those are the type of goals you need to score in the playoffs, where you're pressing the play, right? You're getting in there, getting in the zone, throwing things around, and you get lucky. You have to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. And Lindholm, that's just one of those showings. Joshua, who's fighting hard, he gets a good puck in the back of the net, right? So Vancouver was getting a couple of things going, and in the second period, things definitely evened out. The teams are definitely playing a good back-and-forth game. I would even dare say the Canucks were the better team in the second period, and they really bounced back, and they really had a good comeback after an abysmal first period, right? But then the third happened, where all the tables turned, and it was all Canucks. Not just going off of the goals that they scored, right? Not just that big 5-minute span where they were just dominating and scoring goals, but that whole third period. I think it was that Edmonton was kept at 2 shots that whole period, and the defense was there. They were playing good both ways. They were not giving Edmonton any rushes up the ice. And the chance that they did get in the zone, they were up there, but the Vancouver was not letting anything through. They good block shots. They were just doing good, trapping them along the boards, not giving them much, and then they were dominating the other end of the ice, right? And they get 3 goals back to back to back. JT Miller getting the first one, which was a bad goal. He's way off the side of the net. The net's here. He's standing over here to the left of it. Shot from, or a good pass, setup shot, from one of the defensemen on the blue line. Shot from the back. He tips it in just perfectly towards the net. And that is one where Skinner, and I gotta say, Stuart Skinner's goal from Miller's goal, Zadorov's goal, which is just another, sure, it is just a good shot, and there is a little bit of a screenage back there, but that goal, plus especially the game winner of Connor Garland's first goal of the playoffs, where he's just simply skating it in and just wrapping it that way. I know we see those goals all the time, but here's the issue, is that all these goals are ones that happen, right? We take a look at just the Boston Florida game that happened, right? Some of those goals, like the Forsling one, right? Very similar, kind of like not very similar, but somewhat similar to Zadorov's. Even like Ekholm's, right? Where it's just like, it's a good shot from a defenseman, it's a heavy shot from a big guy who just gets a good laser beam onto the net, right? Not too much screenage, but he just needed to get that glove there, right? You can allow one of those goals, right? But all three led to the demise of the Edmonton Oilers tonight. And that is where I have such a bad time believing, and I say it in every video of the Edmonton Oilers that I talk about this, but Stuart Skinner is not the savior, right? They're one of the teams that should be getting a lot more flack, a lot more jokes thrown at them than teams like the Avalanche, team like the Toronto Maple Leafs, right? Stuart Skinner being an all-star is a joke. Stuart Skinner being a goaltender that doesn't get as much like heat and that he deserves. And I don't want to say deserves, but for what a team like Toronto gets after Samsonov and Wall put up some decent games, after like at the Georgiev gets the shit that gets thrown at him, right? Like, Stuart Skinner is a much worse goaltender. Okay, maybe not much worse, but when it comes to reliable, good goaltending that will lead you to a deep playoff run to win the Stanley Cup, you'll get the way Swayman playing. The way he is playing and the way Bobrovsky is playing is immeasurable to the way Stuart Skinner is playing. The goal on Miller, Zadorov, and Garland are ridiculous. Lindholm's, sure, it happens to the best of goaltenders where it's just thrown up and it just goes off the stick. It's unfortunate, but it happens to the best. But these three goals especially need to be stopped. And I'm not, like, excusing Shilov's, right? But he wasn't the one that gave up the big game, the 4-1 lead that they had, right? This was ridiculous by the Edmonton Oilers. And for me, right now, this was such an up and down game that it's hard for me to decide. This was definitely a good game for the Canucks by the end of it, but at the same time, like, it was such an up and down game where I definitely believe in the Oilers to win and come back and not make the same mistake they just had this game. So I don't know which way to convince myself, right? Is it more likely that the Vancouver Canucks play a more consistent, like, second period way of playing, where it's more of a tight game where all guys are kind of going, they're getting hits in, they're playing good, tight hockey? Or is it more likely for them to give up another first period and allow multiple goals against and just give up these weak goals? Shilovs isn't there to really make those big saves. That's what I wonder, right? And I definitely feel like the Edmonton Oilers are much more likely to not have another 5-minute burst against them by the Canucks. So for me, it's hard to decide where to go from this game. But right now, I'm definitely leaning towards the Canucks. Not just because they had the bounce back in them, but because Stuart Skinner's weaknesses showed. And it's the same thing. So I said this about my wrap-up of the LA and Edmonton series, where Edmonton's strengths and weaknesses showed in that series. And they showed again tonight, where they had the tools. Zach Hyman getting multiple goals. Leon Draisaitl, McDavid getting assists on the board. Guys like Ekholm especially. CC's goal was a bit lucky, but whatever. But Ekholm's goal, right, where they get that defense from the back, right? And even, once again, also, Stuart Skinner looked like he was bothering Bouchard. There was one play that the puck was clearly going down the ice, and Bouchard clearly said, leave it. And Skinner kept going, and I swear I saw a little bit of like and then he finally picked up the puck because he wanted the puck to go behind the net so he could wrap around, let the lines change, and everyone set up. Instead, because Skinner came out to stop it, he had to stay in front of the net. And it was just like, it seemed like the Oilers collapsed on themselves, especially with that third period not being able to get any energy and momentum going by getting shots on net and really challenging Shilovs, because I'm not sold on him, and I don't think anyone is, right? He is a fine goalie. The couple games that he's played against the Predators were fine, but this game especially, and just those games as well, like, never been impressed with him, right? He hasn't shown me he's going to be like Binnington, where he comes out of nowhere and he's going to lead them to a Stanley Cup. Like, he just feels like a goaltender that was in the right place at the right time last series, and now this series he was shown that he can be shaky, and they broke him in that first period. But he settled down, and the Vancouver Canucks settled down, and they allowed this game to go their way. So for me right now, going forward from this, looking from this game, for the Oilers to win the series, they need, and especially the Stanley Cup, they need Stuart Skinner to clean up his game. They need him to not allow those weird, like those obvious, because it's not like that deflection shot, right? Because deflection shots, they usually go in. It's like, oh, okay, puck's like coming at me, it's coming this way, gloves here, oh, he tipped it right in front of me and went above my head, right? Those are usually the way those tip shots happen. Or you can't see the puck at all and it just goes in, right? This was clearly JT Miller standing down here. Shelovs, all he had to do was block all of this side of the net. And instead, he's like here, like way too high up. What am I talking about? Skinner. I said Shelovs, right? I don't know, whatever. Skinner is like way up here. JT Miller's right here by the net. He sends that puck in. He doesn't just go and cover the whole net. He just kind of slowly moves over where Miller's shot is able to deflect. I think it bounces off him a little bit and go in the back of the net, right? And it's just goal after goal that Skinner just needs to clean up his act. And the defense, I wouldn't really say the defense needs to clean up, but I would say that they need to give him a couple, I would say really tighten up a little bit more, especially with like the flurry that the Vancouver Canucks had, those 5 minutes of just go, and not just go those 5 minutes of getting goals, but that whole third period. If they can shut down and slow down that momentum with a guy like Ekholm to get a big hit and make a nice push up the ice, or Bouchard to get the puck after and have a good rush down the ice and really shift up the momentum, they need their defensemen to step up a little bit, and maybe their offense especially as well have to play a little bit of a better two-way game. But other than that, for me, Vancouver, they just need to not let that first period happen again, right? They shot themselves in the foot that first period. Almost screwed everything up for them. They just survived, but if they can just play the way they did that second and third period the entire game, especially the third, which is unlikely because no NHL team can just keep playing like that over and over again. But if they can keep up that second period where they can play that tight hockey, where they get those hits and they're able to just keep a nice tight game, I definitely see a stretched out game where it's low scoring going towards the Vancouver Canucks way more than I see going the Oilers' way. So for me, that's all I gotta say. So this series is going to be fun. That game was fun last night. Ian Cole, one player got a shout out for having to clean up his game. He was having an abysmal night I think he was just the first period. He looked horrible. And a couple of really bad plays by the defense of the Canucks that sometimes really went the wrong way. So Canucks just got to clean up their game. That's really all I got to say. Skinner just has to clean up his game. And the defense maybe a little bit step up for the Edmonton Oilers. But other than that, that is all I got to say. So thank you for watching this. If you've made it this far, please subscribe. That's all I'm asking you to do. Please subscribe. And until next time, too sweet. Have an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.